Welcome to Hellafide Cap, the Nick Wright edition. And so I wanted to play this Hellafide Cap because there's a lot of Laker fans putting 100% of the blame on Rob Pelinka for the lack of movement in the roster and the way the roster was constructed last year. But let's go back in time, right? Because this is why I do Hellafide Cap. I go back in time to show you what the media was saying, what Laker Nation was saying, right? And everybody supported Rob Pelinka back in the day. You know, film catches people in lies, right? There's nothing better than film, right? So when I play Nick Wright and what he says, what is he going to say, right? There's nothing to say. He's caught red-handed, right? So he might as well fess up. So, there's always been this narrative that, oh, LeBron makes everybody better and that he doesn't need much to construct the roster. You can hear Gilbert Arenas say that. Oh, LeBron could win with it. He don't need much, right? The GM doesn't have to work that hard, right? Well, we all know that's not true. But right here, I have a clip of Mr. Nick Wright telling us what him and Chris Broussard think about the way the roster was constructed.
Wonderful
last
show. The
year.
Lakers made
now,
no
without
splashy
further ado,
moves, and
let's
that's
get
just
into
the
it.
way
Let's go.
some people like it. Bill Plaschke of the Los Angeles Times writing, for the first time in recent memory, the NBA free agent circus missed the Lakers this weekend, yet they were the greatest show on earth. Okay. Here's the new and familiar faces on the Lakers. Vincent, Reddish, Hayes, Prince, and then there's Reeves on a very friendly deal. Rui, and nope, swing and a miss there.
Oh, that's Russell Westbrook, but it should be D'Angelo Russell.
D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
We'll edit that out for the live show. Don't worry, audience at home, you'll never see it. LeBron tweeted everybody out, including D'Angelo Russell, with an hourglass sign. I think he's waiting on it, or he's a fan of soap operas.
I think he's probably waiting on it.
You never know.
Yep.
How should LeBron feel?
Great. It was a fantastic offseason. Also, he's exhausted because
So LeBron should feel great. It's a fantastic offseason.
everyone knows he's the GM of the
right
team.
here?
So he's got to work out. He's got to work out. Is Austin Reeves going to get an offer sheet from someone? What is the fair value on D'Angelo Russell? All of those things, because as we know, LeBron James makes all the moves on the team. But this is a team that makes sense. And how do Lakers teams with LeBron do when they have a roster that makes sense? Well, in 2020, they were the number one seed on a 60-win pace if they had played an 82-game season and won the championship. In 2021, with that same group, up until Solomon Hill did his somersault into LeBron James' ankle, they were the number 2 seed on a 56-win pace. Last year, post-trade deadline, they were 18-8, a 57-win pace, the number 1 seed in the West. For that, in that time frame. And now they make sense. And they didn't have to overpay for anyone. They didn't have to do any of that stuff. So I think that they were the second best team in the West last year. And you could argue in the whole NBA, but certainly in the West. And the team ahead of them got a little worse in Denver because they lost Bruce Brown, and the Lakers got better.
Okay, so the Lakers got better, Denver got worse, right? So he said, he talked about LeBron's ankle and all this shit. LeBron's ankle is fine. He didn't have surgery. You know, I don't want to hear shit about an ankle he didn't need surgery on. Allegedly, he went to the LeBron James of foot doctors, right?
So
And he
I think this
magically
was an
healed,
outstanding
right? If you believe
free
that
agency
shit.
for
But
Rob
let's
Pelinka
continue.
and the Los Angeles Lakers.
I won't go as far as outstanding. It was very good. They did a great job. Mostly they just brought back their guys. You know, the only new guys are Gabe Vincent and Taurean Prince.
And the minimum guys. Jackson Hayes.
Jackson Hayes. I actually like Jackson
Me
Hayes.
too.
Yeah, he's athletic.
Me too. So here you go, Chris Broussard saying, I actually like Jackson Hayes. And you can hear Nick Wright say, me too. Hey, you guys, I want you to do this, right? Make a mental note of Nick Wright's reaction about Jackson Hayes, because it's going to speak volumes about what I'm trying to portray, like the message I'm trying to portray in this video. It's just remember what he said right there. Me too. Just remember that part.
No, I like Jackson Hayes a lot, so I think that was a great signing. Gabe Vincent, I'm a Schroeder fan.
Sure.
Schroeder's obviously been a better player than Gabe Vincent. I think his ceiling is higher than Gabe Vincent's. But this is kind of a wash. I mean, if Vincent wasn't a great three-point shooter in the regular season, but he was phenomenal in the playoffs, obviously. So if he's going to be that guy going forward, then that's great. Prince is fine. You know, Taurean Prince is fine. But the key is they have everybody back. I do think this was good for them. I think it was a very good offseason, and LeBron should definitely be pleased.
So LeBron should be pleased from Chris Broussard. So Chris Broussard, Nick Wright, they're both pleased, and they said LeBron should be pleased. Now check out that date right there in the top left-hand corner by First Things First. It says 7/3/23. This was just last year, ladies and gentlemen, right?
Interestingly,
We're only
the
in
two questions are
2024,
this.
right?
As we
This was
always
just
have to
last
say,
year.
AD and LeBron's health.
Let's continue.
And how the impact that age has on LeBron, if any. I mean, does he come back as good as last year? Is he only a slightly lower level, which would still be great? That's fine. If there's a sizable drop, that's one of the few things that could hurt them. But otherwise, they look good.
Can I read you a quote from Plaschke's article, bro?
Sure.
Counting the playoffs, they were 25-15 after the All-Star break, 16-10 after Reeves became a starter. And despite being swept by the eventual champions, they were outscored only by an average.
Now, real quick, that part where Reeves became a starter, they started cheating like a motherfucker at the end of the year to get the Lakers into the into the play-in. So take
6
that,
points per
you know,
game.
What do we call
what you
that,
want.
Wow?
We call it a close sweep.
Again,
Nick, what do we call that?
I do not believe in close sweeps. But if we live in a universe where close sweeps exist, then there are, like I was saying last week, 6-game blowouts. There's a whole lot of weird stuff that's happening. But can we go through?
It exists.
Because Wilds, I feel badly.
Plaschke knows it.
Because
Why?
they screwed up your graphic because they were spending all this time making
Oh,
my
good.
graphic,
Well.
which is quite similar to yours, but with grade.
Oh, there's Russell.
So there he is.
Now, this is the same fucking team they got now, right? And this is what a lot of Laker fans are complaining about. The only difference is Taurean Prince, right? He moved on. But this is practically the same damn roster.
D'Angelo
But
Russell.
with the
Check this out.
D'Angelo
Check out what he
Russell.
said.
names,
So
everybody.
let's
Look what he
go
does.
with the
This
grades
is a
of the
capping
move.
ass
Reddish.
nigga. Look.
Austin Reeves, 4 years, $56 million. That's an A+. There was speculation it was going to be
That's
4
right.
years, $100, because
get it
that's
for that?
what someone else could offer and the Lakers have
A
to do it.
plus.
Yep.
Listen, Gabe Vincent, on that money, I give that an A. I like that 2 reasons. One is that is the perfect LeBron point guard where he doesn't really even have to play point guard all the time, can hit shots. And more importantly, Brew, we've seen him play in the biggest playoff games that exist. Can hit shots. And more importantly, Brew, we've seen him play in the biggest playoff games that exist.
Okay, so that's the
It's not like he
perfect
wilts.
LeBron
Taurean
point
Prince
guard. Y'all hear that?
At the biannual,
perfect
a guy who can
LeBron
hit threes,
point guard.
defend a bit at $4 million, that's an A. Both the minimum guys, Cam Reddish and Jackson Hayes,
Home run.
for the minimum, To me, those are A-minus moves. Pardon me. And
Now, remember the grade he gave Jackson Hayes. This is going to be important, right? I want you to remember the B2. And
they oddly now
grade
have
that he just
the
gave
8th,
Jackson
9th,
Hayes.
and 10th
Jackson
picks
Hayes
of the
just got a
2019
A
draft.
minus.
In Cam Reddish, Rui Hachimura, and Jackson Hayes. Rui, it's a little more money than I would like to pay Rui, but it's not terrible. That's a B+. And the only one that, you swallow hard and don't love is the D'Angelo Russell addition, or, bringing him back. I gave that a C+, but that's a tradable contract. And if he is excellent, if he's good in the regular season and then has his annual playoff woes, that's what Gabe Vincent's there for. Right. And I'm going to say one other thing, bro.
So all these Laker fans complaining about Gabe Vincent right now. Everybody was high on Gabe Vincent, right? And this is why you can't. Of course, situations change, but we're talking about in the context of blaming somebody for having him on the team. Right, for constructing the roster, right? You can't blame Rob for this. Everybody was cool with this because Gabe Vincent just came from the Miami Heat.
A center
and he was balling.
that can just play huge minutes.
Let's go.
Because I know Jackson Hayes is fine as a minimum backup.
So y'all hear this? He likes the way that they didn't sign a center.
But I like Anthony
right?
Davis.
This is his
like
words.
Last year,
This
being
is
forced
his
to
words.
play center.
Absolutely.
And
Let's
what
go.
the flexibility.
So he likes Anthony Davis being forced to play center, right? So Laker fans, I'm speaking to you right now. This is the reason why you don't have a center on the team, right? Because the media, who's pressuring you to make all these trades, wanted this type of roster, right? They said it was a great roster. All these Laker websites, all these Laker channels love this roster, right? And they liked Anthony Davis at the 5, even though Anthony Davis been complaining for years that he doesn't like.
I was joking before when I said LeBron
Everybody
was busy.
likes him at the 5.
I think Rob Pelinka really did an excellent job. I think this is smart, shrewd cap management and the right types of players that you need.
And
no, Nick, I'm cap management. So that was a shrewd types of management, right? He did a great job, right? This is what they were saying about Mr. Rob Pelinka. And I heard some guys saying, well, Rob Pelinka don't want to win because he's Kobe's guy. Bro, these niggas is slow. That's bullshit. That's not true. You just keep believing in the media narrative. But I'm about to expose this shit.
I've got my questions about him in the playoffs, obviously. But if they had not brought him back and made all these moves, I would feel like something's still kind of missing. And he is a very good player. He's just up and down and inconsistent in the playoffs. And we'll see if, with a full year with this team, does that change? But I like bringing, and that's not huge money. So I don't mind bringing him back on that.
He can look at this as a contract year because it's an option in year 2. And listen, I think him missing shots in the playoffs was more just bad luck.
And he's done that consistently.
Right. And so if he, at this stage of his career, wants to up a level, it is, am I going to become a passable defensive player so I can't just be played off the court in the postseason? We'll see if he chooses to or not to, but that's the one guy that you're like, oh, maybe at the deadline, if there's somebody that's like, I want to be a Laker, that you can now, it's $19 million, you package that with something and make a move. So.
Okay, so he wrote off D'Lo's performance as a fluke. So I want you guys to remember all the points that I made in this video, and we're going to go to the next clip. So this is the second clip that I wanted to show you guys about Nick Wright. And he's still on that bullshit, but he took it to what's right with Nick wrong, right? And so we have to commentate on this, and he completely flips the script. And I want you guys to check to see how he flips the script. Right? This is within 3 months. This is within a couple of months, right? Where he completely changed the narrative, right? Because the reason why these guys choose to change the narrative is because they don't want to blame LeBron James for anything, right? They rather blame the cheerleaders, the assistant coach, the trainer, the head coach, the ticket salesman, the parking lot attendants, whoever, right? They're not going to blame LeBron James. They rather blame the towel boy before they blame LeBron James. But let's hear what Nick has to say and his cap, because this is Hellafide cap. I'm going to let you hear what Nick has to say.
When I saw a team like Dallas just make the minor add of, you know what, let's go ahead and trade for Daniel Gafford because we think he can give us some quality backup 5 minutes. And folks said to me, are you Nick, you're whining about not getting Daniel Gafford? That's going to make the difference? Well, when you're playing the defending champs in round 1 and games 2 and games 5 literally come down to the final shot of the game, you do wonder if 10 minutes from Daniel Gafford rather than 10 minutes from Jackson Hayes, would that have been worth one possession?
So now it's Jackson Hayes. But what happened to all the love Jackson Hayes was getting? Why can't we keep that same love, Nick, right? Why is it a different type of love now? Why you switch up on Jackson like that, dog? Now, so y'all hear this, right? He completely flipped the script. Now he wants Daniel Gafford, right? And this is what happens year after year, Lakers fans. Year after year when LeBron doesn't get it done. It is the blame game. I wasn't joking when I said that. It's the blame game every single year. He was in love with Jackson Hayes. And in fact, he was so in love with Jackson Hayes, he didn't want the Lakers to sign another center for AD because he loved AD at that center spot to start for them. So Jackson Hayes was sufficient for him before. Now all of a sudden,
would that have been worth one possession in a couple of games? Maybe, maybe not. And so I don't think it was a well-coached team. I don't think it was a well-put-together team. And I think that...
Whoa. You don't believe this is a well-put-together team? Let me rewind that, ladies and gentlemen. Let me rewind that. He just praised Rob Pelinka, right, for the great job that he done. Matter of fact, I don't know if you guys went to school or not, or finished school or not, but most of those dudes got A's. A's stand for excellent. Jackson Hayes, he gave an A-. So that was a B. That was better than average, right? Because a B+ is very good. An A- is excellent. Right? So
maybe not.
What the fuck is he talking about now?
And so I don't think it was a well-coached team. I don't think it was a well-put-together team. And I think that...
Now, this dude's a bad person. Now he doesn't think it was a well-put-together team. And he doesn't think it's a well-coached team. See, they got their boy JJ in there, right? They put everything on Darvin Ham once we lost, right? It's the coaching, right? If we just change the coach, we could do something. We could win a chip, right? Darvin Ham done got you all the way to the Western Conference Finals. And they got swept. Or no, they won what, one game? But that was a competitive series, right? They just couldn't close out. That's the superstars' fault. They couldn't close games. That ain't Darvin Ham's fault. I mean, well, to be honest with you, some of it, a little bit of it was, right? But Darvin Ham was in his second year of coaching, right? So being a head coach in your first 2 years and doing what he did should be commended. Nope. He was shamed, ladies and gentlemen. He was shamed. But they praised JJ because they saw him drawing up plays on the podcast. But they shitted on Darvin Ham when he was an assistant coach for Milwaukee, right? Now you got this clown blaming Darvin Ham when just a few months ago he gave him props for not making any roster moves. right? You can't make this shit up. And the reason why I show you guys this is because I want you to understand you're being brainwashed. You're being hoodwinked, right? These people are gaslighting you. They don't care about you. You're a means to the end for a corporation. The only reason why they keep this GOAT debate going is because, one, it generates a lot of revenue, right? And two, these guys are LeBron's friends, and Clutch Sports, runs the media. We all know this. This is a well-known secret, right? Matter of fact, it shouldn't even be a secret anymore. They just signed Brandon Ingram, but unfortunately for them, Brandon Ingram just got hurt because they were going to try and do a little collusion and bring him back to the Lakers, even though they traded his ass. And you can hear the fans saying, LeBron is
right
gonna
now,
trade you.
Jokic
So
and Jamal are better than LeBron and AD. That's not really deniable.
No one's denying that shit. As a combination, yes, Jokic and Murray are better. But why are they better? Because the Lakers got more talent. If you look at AD, right, blow for blow, he was going in with Jokic. The problem is LeBron James would not get AD the ball. Why? Because LeBron James is trying to pad his stats. He can't get the ball. He can't get his shit off within the flow of the game. So it ends up hurting you because he's trying to get his numbers in the fourth quarter. And he did it all throughout all of those games, right? So AD doesn't get the touches that AD was supposed to get. And AD doesn't complain because AD is the second fiddle. He doesn't complain. Even though he's the best player on the team, he has a second fiddle mindset, right? But it's funny how Nick remixes everything as if Jokic just had this bomb squad. No, Jokic knew how to play team basketball, and he knew how to execute, and he didn't stat pad, right? And Jamal Murray was a closer. Jamal Murray's
but
not
it is
more
close
talented
enough
than LeBron James.
That the difference in this series
Let's go.
was
continue.
supporting cast members. The difference in this series was Michael Porter Jr.
Now this guy's blaming the supporting cast. This man is a bad person. I'm telling you, he's a bad
Shout
person.
out to him
All the niggas who he gave
being
A's to.
unbelievable
He's a bad person, man.
under the backdrop of true family tragedy. Under the back.
Okay, I'm not going to get into all that, but you guys get the gist of this video. Nick Wright is a capping ass nigga. And listen, you guys, if y'all still take him seriously, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Laker fans, wake the fuck up, bro. They're playing you every single year. They come out with the same narrative that LeBron needs help, and they've been doing that shit since 2007, and they remix that. Now everybody believes, man, he didn't have no good players on this team. Even though Ilgauskas was an all-star when he got there, he did what he could with that roster. And that's what he was supposed to do, right? He balled out. He was leading that team. But the way they remix history is absolutely disgusting to say that the man never has help. No, maybe he doesn't utilize his team the way it's supposed to be utilized. Maybe Gabe Vincent got less touches, right? Maybe AD's not getting the proper amount of touches. Maybe guys like D'Angelo, Austin Reeves, those guys had to play off the ball. People had to change their games. There's things that he's been doing to affect the roster, right? You get rid of Darvin Ham, right? So there's no consistency in coaching. This guy, JJ, comes in, right? Doing worse than Darvin Ham. You got your son taking up a roster spot, which could be given to a Quincy Olivari, who has been balling in the D League, or G League, rather. And instead of calling him up, you call your son. Well, that's another point of attack defender that you can have to guard the point guards, those athletic point guards on the other teams that you see nightly, right? But they don't want to do that. Instead, the Lakers get blown out, LeBron gets his numbers, and they blame everybody else. They go down the line. But they'll never call out LeBron for his turnovers. They'll put it all on Russ. They'll put it all on Austin Reeves, D'Lo, AD. They'll go down the line before they get to him. And now They're worried about the front office. Why does Rob Pelinka have to make significant trades to the roster every single season? How many trades do these people need? How many trades does Anthony Davis and LeBron James need in order to win? How many superstars do these guys need? They can't get it done. So the solution is, Laker fans, is to break up the team and start over. You'd be better off, right? But before I close out, I want to thank the guys in the Behind the Bench group chat, because they actually uploaded and put this video in the group chat. And I had this video in the stash and I was going to do it, but I forgot, right? And so I'm glad they reminded me. And I said, let me go back in my stash. You know, if you if you heard Big Dog last night, Big Dog was giving me props for basically saying, hey, I got everything, you know, on these people. Everything that they contradicted, every single time they contradicted themselves, I have it. You know, I got these people dead to rights because film don't lie, but they do, right? So you guys, Laker fans, the goal of this video is not to play the blame game, really. The goal of this video is to wake you up, because you're doing the same shit every year, playing the blame game, trying to figure out who's the issue. And the issue are the common denominators. The people who are still there are the issue. They're the only constant on this roster. Rob Pelinka, does he bear some blame? Yes, ultimately you could say he shouldn't have made certain moves. But the moves that he did make last year, everybody was supportive of them. Even LeBron James and his cronies at Clutch Sports. Now that shit is not working out, they throwing it all on Rob Pelinka. How fucked up is that? Right? But anyways, yo, this is the Kobe Bryant Film Room. Like and subscribe to the channel, right? And we're going to keep exposing these people. Why? Because it has to be done for the youth, for the younger generation, and for Laker fans who want to keep their franchise alive. We are we are the greatest franchise in the history of basketball, right? And we have a long, prestigious history. And Magic Johnson set the standard. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar set the standard. James Worthy set the standard, right? You had Kobe Bryant, Shaq. These guys set the standard for greatness. Jerry West, Wilt, Elgin. These guys set the standard, right? And so we must maintain that, and we must continue that no matter who comes to the team. Remember, it's basketball first. It's the Lakers second over any player in basketball history, you know, and that's how the game should be looked at. It's always about the game first, and then the Laker uniform, and then the player last. So remember, the player is a part of a team. And so you just don't swap everybody out to fit his needs every time he gets in trouble. That's not a good teammate. That's not good teamwork, and that's not leadership. And so no matter how many narratives Clutch Sports tries to spew out, you know, we're going to give you the truth here online, because we don't have a financial incentive to lie to you. Well, anyways, this is Kobe Bryant Film Room, and I'm out. Holla.
That's right.